My beloved child, listen closely, because the truth unfolding around you is not ordinary. It is a slow, calculated storm building behind your back, silent enough to stay hidden, yet loud enough that your soul has started to sense something shifting in the shadows. Someone around you, someone who pretends to stand beside you, is quietly preparing a move so ruthless, so unexpected, that if you don't hear this message now, you may realize it only when the damage is done. They are planning to kick you out of a space you earned, out of a circle you built, out of a life you fought for, and they are using something so personal, so close to you, that it will feel like betrayal came wearing the face of familiarity. But hold on, because what they don't know is that every step they take is already being exposed by the universe, and their entire plan is about to crumble under the weight of their own intentions. You've been feeling this subtle imbalance lately. Those strange silences when you walk into a room, those half-finished sentences people drop the moment you appear, the sudden coldness that wasn't there before. It's not your imagination. This shift began the moment your light started growing brighter than they expected, the moment your presence became stronger than their insecurity could handle. They saw you rising, they saw you becoming someone they could never manipulate again, and instead of celebrating you, they chose the darkest path. To remove you before you outshine them completely. And the tool they're using, this in the title, isn't money, isn't power, isn't influence, it's your own kindness, your own trust, your own history with them. They are twisting the softest parts of you into weapons against you, believing you won't notice until it's too late. But here's the part they never predicted: you are waking up. Your intuition, stronger than any whisper they exchange, has started catching every tiny signal. The universe is placing red flags everywhere, almost begging you to look closer. Someone checked your messages when you weren't around. Someone listened to a conversation meant only for your closest people. Someone took a small detail from your past, a moment you shared with pure heart, and twisted it into a blade they want to use to cut you out of the picture. They're hoping that when the moment comes, you will be unprepared, vulnerable, and easily pushed aside. But destiny is laughing at their confidence, because nothing about you is breakable anymore. You're standing at the edge of a revelation powerful enough to turn every attack back on them. There is a deeper reason this is happening now. Your life is entering a phase of elevation, new opportunities, new blessings, new doors opening that they cannot walk through with you. And they know it. They feel the shift even more clearly than you do. They see you becoming independent. They see you attracting things they spent years chasing. They see your energy transforming into something magnetic, something unstoppable. And instead of working on themselves, they decided the only way to stay above you is to push you below them. But what they didn't expect is that the universe is already setting up the moment where the truth will explode into the light. The same weapon they are using against you will end up exposing them. The same trap they are building will snap on their own footsteps. The same story they are twisting will turn into their downfall. And now, as this moment approaches, your angels are moving strongly around you, warning you, guiding you, sharpening your awareness. This isn't a coincidence. This isn't a random phase. This is the universe preparing you for a revelation that will not only protect you, but transform your entire path. Someone thinks they have the advantage because they've been acting in secret. Someone believes their lies are strong enough to replace your truth. Someone thinks they can rewrite your story without you noticing. But what they don't understand is that destiny doesn't allow anyone to remove a chosen soul from the path they were meant to walk. You are about to witness how quickly masks fall, how fast hidden agendas come to light, and how powerfully the universe defends those who walk with pure heart. Listen carefully, because what I'm about to reveal now is the turning point. This is the moment where the hidden intentions surrounding you begin to tear themselves open. The energy around you has shifted so sharply that even the people plotting behind your back are starting to panic. Their plan, which they thought was flawless, is beginning to crack, and every crack is exposing a truth they desperately wanted to keep buried. They believed you would never notice the quiet meetings, the subtle conversations, the strange decisions being made without you. They thought you would stay unaware while they prepared to use something deeply connected to you as the final move to push you out. But what they didn't expect is how aligned your intuition has become, how alert your spirit is right now, and how quickly their intentions are being revealed by forces far stronger than their manipulation. Stay with me, because this moment requires your full awareness. This is where the story begins to flip. The shocking part is this: the person who is trying to kick you out isn't doing it alone. Someone else, someone you once trusted, someone you believed would defend you, has silently stepped onto their side. This alliance wasn't formed overnight. It began the moment they realized you were no longer easy to control. Your growth, your strength, your rising self-respect became a threat to the foundation they had built on your silence. And so, they took something you shared, a moment of vulnerability, a detail you trusted them with, and placed it into the hands of the very person who wants you gone. Every time you opened up, thinking you were confiding in someone who understood you, you were unknowingly feeding the ammunition that is now being prepared to use against you. But the most powerful twist? The universe has already started leaking their secrets, and the truth is dripping out faster than they can contain it. You may have noticed small signs: someone suddenly avoiding eye contact, someone speaking too carefully, someone trying too hard to act normal around you. These are not coincidences. These are the signs of people who know their hands are dirty, people afraid the truth will reach you before their plan is ready. One of them is losing sleep. One of them is watching you closely, terrified that you might confront them before they finish what they started. And another is already regretting being involved but is too deep to walk away. Their fear is not because of what they've done, it's because of who you are becoming. They see your energy rising, your spirit awakening, your strength returning in ways they cannot predict or stop. And they know, if you find out everything, they lose the control they believed they had over your story. Stay with me, because the next part reveals exactly how their plan started to fall apart. The universe is playing a move so powerful right now that every hidden agenda is being pulled to the surface one by one. This isn't random. This is a divine response to the betrayal happening behind your back. The same "this" they tried to use to push you out is about to become the evidence that pushes them out instead. Someone has slipped. Someone said something they shouldn't have. Someone trusted the wrong person, and now their secrets are floating through the same circles they thought were safe. And the irony is undeniable. The person who wanted to harm you is now the one being watched, questioned, and doubted by the very people they tried to manipulate. Their lies aren't sticking anymore. Their confidence is breaking. And the truth, is gaining strength. And now, as the pressure around them increases, your presence is becoming more powerful, more noticeable, more protected. People are starting to sense that something is off, not with you, but with them. The whispering, the strange behaviors, the tension. They are exposing themselves without realizing it. And this is exactly why you must stay with me as the story continues. Because the next chapter reveals not only what they plan to use against you, but why their plan is destined to collapse right in front of them. Stay sharp, stay calm, stay aligned, because everything they tried to hide is about to stand in the open, and the universe is preparing a moment of justice so unexpected, even they won't see it coming. There's something you need to hear now, something the universe has been trying to push toward your awareness, because the mask of the person working against you is starting to slip faster than they can hold it together. They thought they were invisible, moving in silence, shifting pieces behind your back without leaving a trace. But every move they made became a signal, every lie they whispered became a thread, and now those threads are tightening around them like a rope they unknowingly tied themselves. The very thing they planned to use against you, this at the center of their scheme, is beginning to turn unstable in their hands. It was supposed to destroy your position, your relationships, your peace, but instead, it's exposing their desperation and revealing their true intentions to the universe. What they don't realize is that their entire plan is built on a foundation of fear, envy, and insecurity, and anything built on that will collapse the moment truth touches it. The most shocking part? The person who initiated all of this didn't start with the intention of harming you. At first, they only wanted attention, validation, a sense of importance. But when they saw how naturally people gravitated toward you, how your presence changed the atmosphere, how your voice carried warmth, how your energy made others feel secure, their admiration twisted into jealousy. Slowly, quietly, and without even noticing, they crossed a line from insecurity into strategy. They observed you like a rival. They monitored your moves. They began collecting small details about you. Every word you said, every moment of vulnerability, every personal piece you trusted them with. They filed it away until they found the perfect moment to turn it into a weapon. And now, they think the moment has arrived. But the universe has already made sure that the weapon they built will malfunction in their hands. Someone close to them, someone they assumed would support their plan, is starting to feel uneasy. Guilt is creeping in. Their conscience is louder than their fear now. They can't sleep properly, they can't think clearly, and every time they see you, their heart tightens. Because deep down, they know you don't deserve what's happening. They know your intentions were never harmful. They know your kindness was real. And the idea of kicking you out, removing you from something you earned with pure effort, has become too heavy for them to carry. This pressure is creating cracks in their alliance, and those cracks are leaking information. The person who wanted to harm you doesn't realize that their own teammate is unintentionally revealing pieces of the plan through their behavior, their silence, their body language. And these small leaks are forming a path the universe is guiding you to follow. You may have noticed this shift already, the sudden awkwardness in conversations, the way someone hesitates before speaking, the strange pauses, the unfinished sentences. These are not random. These are signs that the truth is trying to reach you. Someone is afraid you'll figure out everything before they get the chance to act. Someone is worried that the tool they're using against you is losing its power. Someone fears that the moment you know the truth, their influence ends. And that fear is spreading through their decisions like wildfire, making them sloppy, revealing things they never meant to reveal. What they thought was a perfect plan is unraveling thread by thread, exposed by forces beyond their understanding. And now, the universe is preparing you for the moment where everything flips. The person trying to kick you out believes the world is on their side, but something extraordinary is happening behind the scenes. People are beginning to see you differently. Not as someone who can be replaced or removed, but as someone essential, someone whose presence holds value, someone whose absence would create a void they can't fill. The energy is shifting in your favor so quickly that even destiny has started aligning people, events, and circumstances to defend you before the truth is fully revealed. Something undeniable is happening now, and you can almost feel it in the air around you. The tension, the shifting energy, the sense that a truth long hidden is finally pushing its way to the surface. The person working against you is growing restless. Their confidence is fading, not because their plan changed, but because the universe has started turning every one of their moves into a spotlight exposing their intentions. Their silence is loud now. Their actions are shaky. Their motives are visible through every forced smile, every unusually soft tone, every sudden attempt to act normal. They know something is slipping out of their hands, something they never expected: control. And nothing terrifies them more than the realization that you are beginning to see through the fog they tried so hard to create around you. Stay with me, because what comes next is where the entire story begins to bend toward your destiny. This they plan to use against you. This tool, this weapon, this twisted piece of information they thought would knock you down, is no longer working in their favor. They believed it would break your image, your trust, your position. They believed it would make others question you, distance themselves from you, and eventually push you out. But instead, the truth is beginning to flip. People are noticing inconsistencies in their story. People are sensing the desperation behind their actions. Someone who once believed them without question is now starting to wonder why they're so invested in bringing you down. The more they push their narrative, the more forced it feels. And slowly, quietly, people are realizing that the problem was never you, it was the person who couldn't handle your strength, your presence, your growing influence. Meanwhile, your energy is transforming into something unignorable. Your presence is becoming louder without you saying a word. The universe is amplifying your light in ways that are making every lie about you dissolve before they even reach your ears. People are drawn to you without knowing why. They are beginning to feel your authenticity, your depth, your sincerity, and that alone is shaking the very foundation of the plot against you. Even those who once stood in neutral silence are starting to shift toward your side, not because you asked, but because truth has a way of making its own path. And the one who tried to kick you out? They are realizing that your influence is far deeper than they calculated. You were never someone they could replace. And that truth is eating at them from the inside. As their fear grows, so does their urgency. They're trying to speed up the plan now, hoping to act before the unraveling becomes too obvious. But destiny is already ahead of them. Their actions are contradicting their words. Their behavior is exposing their intentions. Someone overheard a conversation they were not supposed to. Someone caught a detail that shouldn't have slipped. Someone noticed the pattern they tried to hide. And now those observations are forming a silent wave, a wave pushing the truth straight toward you. The one who planned to harm you is beginning to sense this shift, and it's making them reckless. Their mask is cracking. Their alliances are weakening. Their certainty is turning into panic. The universe is surrounding you with protection so strong that every trap set for you is collapsing before you step into it. And now, as everything intensifies, your aura is becoming a force that even your enemies cannot ignore. You are stepping into a phase where hidden intentions cannot survive around you. Every lie will reveal itself. Every fake smile will expose its purpose. Every secret move will be pulled into the open. You are not just being protected, you are being elevated. The story they tried to rewrite is returning to its original form, stronger and sharper than before. And in the next chapter, you will witness the moment their entire plan confronts the truth they feared most. You are unshakable, irreplaceable, and destined to rise beyond the reach of anyone who tried to remove you. Everything shifts from this moment onward, because the universe is finally aligning the last pieces that will expose the truth in a way no one can deny. The person who worked against you, the one who spent so much time whispering, manipulating, twisting your words, preparing that this they believed would destroy you, is now standing at the edge of their own downfall. Their plan depended on one thing: you staying silent, unaware, and trusting. But what they never saw coming was the rise in your awareness, the sharpening of your intuition, the power of the unseen forces surrounding you. You were meant to hear this revelation exactly now, at the exact moment when their confidence is failing and their actions are contradicting everything they said about you. Without realizing it, they have created the perfect pathway for their own exposure, and destiny is already walking them toward it. Their biggest mistake was believing that the universe doesn't intervene. They thought they could twist your kindness into weakness, your softness into ignorance, your trust into vulnerability. They believed this they planned to use, an old story, a misunderstood moment, a manipulated detail, would be enough to turn people against you. But instead, the universe took that very same detail and illuminated it with truth. Suddenly, things don't fit their narrative anymore. Suddenly, people are wondering why they are so invested in damaging your image. Someone is questioning the timing. Someone is sensing inconsistency. Someone else, who once supported them, is quietly pulling away. And the one who initiated this? They feel the shift, and it terrifies them. Their hands are shaking. Their strategy is falling apart. Their lies are collapsing under their own weight. You may not see every detail yet, but the energy around them is loud, too loud to hide. They're snapping at small things. They're over-explaining. They're watching you closely, trying to figure out whether you've discovered anything. Their calmness is forced, their actions unnatural, their words suddenly too careful. They're trying to maintain control, but control is slipping through their fingers like sand. And the guilt of someone connected to their plan is starting to show. This person didn't want to hurt you. They were influenced, convinced, manipulated into siding against you. But now, their conscience has turned into a storm, and that storm is shaking the truth loose. Soon, without meaning to, they will say something that exposes everything. A single sentence. A slip. A fragment of truth escaping their lips. And that will be the moment the first domino falls. The universe is setting the stage for a reversal so powerful that the person trying to kick you out won't have time to rebuild their narrative. The atmosphere is shifting around you. People who once stayed silent are beginning to feel drawn toward you again. Someone is remembering your kindness. Someone is recalling how you stood by them when no one else did. Someone is realizing that the accusations or stories being used against you don't match the person they truly know. The energy is forming a protective shield around you, pushing away lies, attracting truth, and amplifying your presence. You are becoming the center of clarity, while they are becoming the center of suspicion. And the more they try to act normal, the more obvious their intentions become. This is the moment where destiny begins to separate what is real from what is false. You are not being pushed out, you are being positioned higher. You are not losing anything. You are being prepared for something greater than what they tried to take from you. The universe is clearing your path by revealing those who never deserved to walk beside you. And soon, the truth will not only protect you, it will elevate you. The person who tried to remove you is walking toward consequences they created with their own hands. And you? You are rising into a reality where their shadows can no longer touch your light. This is the moment where everything tightens, where the unseen threads pulling your story forward begin to vibrate with truth so powerful that nothing and no one can silence it anymore. The person who worked against you, the one who believed their secret movements would stay hidden forever, is starting to feel the universe pushing back against their intentions. They thought they could remain in control. They thought their influence was strong enough to shape how people saw you. They thought this they planned to use against you would be enough to break your foundation. But now, every step they take is revealing the cracks in their plan. Every word they speak is betraying the fear they tried so hard to hide. And behind their forced confidence, their mind is racing with one question: what if you already know everything? Their anxiety is no longer internal, it's spilling into their actions. They're trying to change their story now, adjusting little details they once swore were true, hoping no one notices the inconsistencies. But someone has noticed. Someone who once believed them is starting to see how different their behavior is when you're in the room versus when you're not. Someone else has begun to question why their story about you keeps changing. And a third person, someone with influence, has begun quietly observing from a distance, sensing that the energy around the situation feels off. The one who initiated this entire plot can feel the shift happening. Their confidence is fading because the truth, which they feared the most, is beginning to circulate like a whisper carried by the wind, a whisper that leads straight back to them. What they don't know is that destiny has already chosen your side. The universe is working in silence, rearranging people, aligning circumstances, and amplifying your presence in ways that make every attempt to remove you look suspicious. You are becoming the steady point of clarity, while they are becoming the storm of confusion. Their own actions are turning against them. Their own words are being remembered. Their own behavior is attracting doubts. This is the karmic reversal they never anticipated. They expected to rise by stepping on your name, but instead, they are sinking into the consequences of their own choices. And the more they try to hide their intentions, the more obvious those intentions become. The tool they plan to use against you, this they were so confident would bring your downfall, is weakening in their hands. What once looked like a powerful weapon is now just a fragile lie with too many holes. Someone has begun to question the origin of the information. Someone else is asking why they waited so long to bring it up. And another person, someone who has always sensed your truth, has started connecting dots that were never meant to be connected. These small moments are building into something unstoppable, a wave of clarity that will wash away every shadow cast on your name. The universe is not just protecting you, it is rearranging every detail so that the truth becomes undeniable. And now, as these revelations begin to intensify, your aura is shifting again, growing stronger, sharper, more aligned with the path destiny has prepared for you. You were never meant to be removed. You were meant to be revealed. What they tried to hide about themselves is coming into the light. What they tried to distort about you is returning to its original truth. And the people around you, who once hesitated, are beginning to see you with new eyes, eyes of respect, recognition, and clarity. You are stepping into a moment where your presence will overpower every lie spoken about you. The universe is preparing to close the chapter on this betrayal, not with quiet endings, but with a revelation so powerful that the person who tried to kick you out will have no choice but to face the truth they created.